So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Monday. Time to kill the market. Just quick vibe on the economic calendar. Today is Monday. You can see today basically nothing news. We had one AUD. What was negative news? Tuesday we have news from Europe, USA, UK. What is important for us? Wednesday we have loads of high impact news from the UK, 2 news from USA, and Thursday same USA, UK, and Friday Euro and USD. So basically, if you have any running trade on Euro, USD, or GBP, you need to have a look what time is the economic calendar, and you need to protect your capital every time. Let's have a look just very quick gold. And basically, I posted the setup last week in the group, and actually the reason why I was still bullish, because you see this trend line is broken. It's created a big bullish M. So Fibo from low to high, you can see the 78, 60, and the 127 matches perfectly. And with the 39 pips, if we're just checking the weekly minus 27, it was 1 to 13. So yeah, basically it was the news. It's pushing to the upside really hard, and from Friday you can see basically just make some sideways move. So it's consolidating, and the question, it's getting ready to make some pullback to the downside, or it's still ready to continue to the upside. Okay, so that's all from last week. Let's have a look at and just one more thing. So the reason what was also good, it will be continue higher. You can see it's make equal highs, and actually if you look left, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 taps on the same level with lots of liquidity sitting above. So you can imagine when the price was here, how many people tried to take the short, and they kicked out really quick with this strong bullish candle. Okay, let's see. So we don't need these things together anymore. Let's have a look at the weekly first. Okay, so if you check the most recently weekly candle, looks like it's still bullish. We don't have the red candle on the top. Now we have 2 chances. This is the first one if I adjust the trend line on the weekly, but actually I think we can keep this one, and I'm just drew the trend line on the daily. On the daily, the structure is still bullish. It's not question. I'm going back to the weekly. So, okay, let's have a look at this scenario. So if the price from this point, we're still waiting for the red candle on the top. So if the next candle or after the next candle closed red, we can place the Fibo from this low to this high, and we can expecting bigger pullback to the downside. So weekly 61.80, weekly 78.60, weekly previous high, and minus 27, then minus 68. So if it still keep going, we can use these levels for the target and these levels for the possibility weekly reversal point. So that's the weekly 61.80. That's the weekly 78.60. That's the weekly previous high. That's the weekly minus 27. So basically the new high level, and maybe the weekly minus 68. Let's use the round number 1900. Lovely. So just one more thing. So if the next candle is closed green, and it's create new higher high. This Fibo is not valid. Probably we need to adjust and we need to draw another one. So let's go to the daily. On the daily, we can see the momentum is really bullish. So basically we can use the same way from low to high. If the next candle close green, we need to adjust it. At this point, you can see the daily. $78.60 matches with the weekly 61.80. So it's also one more good confirmation. Previous highs same, and you can see basically the daily minus 27. It also matches with the weekly minus 27. Okay, that's all on the daily. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. If you check the structure on the 4 hour, you can see it's really bullish, and I'm not really waiting bigger push to the downside before it's not break this level. So at the moment I have two scenarios. The first one, if you check this Fibo from low to high, you can see the price tap the 61.80 level. Let's have a look just the 1 hour. Yeah, so basically it's also the 1 hour. You can use this trend line, and you can see the price came back to the 61.80. You check the structure, it's create higher highs and higher lows. So possible the next move is the minus 27, what is matches with the previous high. And after the question, just going straight away to the upside, or if it's reject to this level, we can, I think that's the best. If it's almost rejected exactly the same point, where is the previous high and where is the minus 27, after we can expect basically the pullback. You know, they will be create the liquidity because we know exactly above double top or triple top, lots of liquidity. So probably the price going to here. We can expecting the pullback, and we can wait for another entry at the 61.80, 78.60, and after the final move. And actually we can wait still huge upside momentum. So that's the first scenario. The second scenario, and if it makes some bigger pullback, is this Fibo. So if you put the Fibo from high to low, you can see the price rejected to the 78.60. And also, if you use the flip trick from this low to this high, you can see basically the 78.60 and the minus 27, it's really close to each other. And actually I can draw a trend line from this point. So this is the second scenario what I'm waiting, and after possible we are continue higher. So for me gold is still bullish and I'm still waiting upside move. Just the question, it's make them push to the upside, pull back and continue to the upside, or it's broke the structure and it's make a bigger pullback basically to the minus 27 and to the 78.60 level. So this is my expectation on gold at the moment. Do you have any question? No? Okay, super. Let's see US 30. So yeah, US 30 also make really crazy move. last week, and basically this is what we are expected. The first half of the week was a little bit tricky because it just makes some sideways moves, but after basically we marked up the liquidities, so you can see lots of liquidities above this high, and you can see, I think it was the daily, yeah, so daily low to high. You can see the price came back to the 78.60, and also I apply the fib trick from this low to this high, and you see the 127 is matches perfectly with the 127. Actually, it's pushed a little bit lower. Probably it was that time it was strong bearish candle, and looks like this trend line is broken. But we know exactly if you check the structure. So it's broke the structure at this point, and actually it started to create high highs and high lows. And you see we already set the daily previous high level, daily minus 27, daily minus 68, and you see basically the price just create the high highs and high lows, and seems like it's still really bullish. So yeah, it was the analysis and it was the expectation last week, and let's have a look what we can expecting now. So the daily is really bullish. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the last week every day it's closed bullish, and actually very difficult to find anything at this place because this is the all-time high. So if we are looking to the left side, we couldn't find anything. This fib also, you can see it's not really help. The minus 68, it's already tapped. So okay, let's see the daily. So maybe if this candle is closed red, possible we can expect some bigger pullback to the downside. So daily is 61.80, 78.60 previous high, and if it's still passive, if it's still continue higher, we can expect it's going to 35,200 level. So that's the daily minus 27. Daily previous high. That's the daily 61.80. And that's the daily 78.60. So if it starts pushing to the downside, we can expect some bigger pullback. Let's try to do another trend line. Okay. So that's all on the daily. I'm going to the 4 hour. If you check the 4 hour, you can see the 4 hour still create high highs and high lows. We go from low to high because we have red candles, so basically we can say the pullback started, and we can set the 4 hour important levels. For minus 27. Okay, basically that's all on the H4. So if it starts to making pullback, we need to follow the move, and possible we can apply also the Fibo trick. At the moment the 4 hour is still very bullish. So I think the best if we are waiting for bigger pullback. If it's continue higher, the next move can be 35,000 level. So Yeah, basically that's all on US30. I think the best if we are waiting bigger push to the downside before we take a long. If it's going higher, I'm not doing anything, just waiting the price reach the minus 27 H4 level, and after if it's make bigger pullback, I'm looking to take a long. So basically US30 before it's not make the break on this H4 low, for me is still bullish, and I'm not expecting bigger drop to the downside. This is my expectation on US30. Do you have any question? Okay, let's go on GA. Let me show you what was the analysis. So basically you see I have trend line. I have the main Fibo from low to high. You can see this is the 7860, and after I use this low to this high, and you can see there is the 127 also. So we have double confirmation, we have trend line, and also we have the bullish M. And if I going on the 4-hour, you can see we have equal highs at this point, so that's also good confirmation. It will be going a little bit higher, and basically what I'm expecting the 1.81 level. You see it's perfectly, actually it's a bit higher, the 7860 and daily minus 27, and this Fibo low to high minus 68 is matches perfectly. So actually I'm on GBP. I'm waiting bigger push to the upside, and after we will see it's create the new higher high, or after this move happened to the upside, it's make bigger pullback again. So it was the confirmation on the daily, and after if you follow the move, basically you can see it's create higher highs and higher lows, and from high to low you can see price came back to the 7860, and after to make the final move on the minus 68. So basically we have 3 Fibo confirmation at the same level, and also if you look left we can see that it was also order block, so it was one more confirmation for me, and it was the reason why I take the trade. And the first target was the 1.79, so it's a little bit lower than the previous high, and actually you can see it's already topped. So now the question is, you see it's create the almost equal highs, so they create the liquidity. Lots of people I think took a short, so probably they are stopping out really soon. You see almost equal highs, and actually if you check the 1 hour, it's a bit difficult to do nice trend line. Okay, let's use this one, never mind. So on the 1 hour, looks like the price came back to the 7860. So if it's make the move, take out the liquidity and reach the minus 27 level. If you check the message what I sent for you, the second target was the 1.79400. So this is what I'm expecting. They take out the liquidity above to the double top, and after if the price make this move, take out the liquidity and it's rejected to the minus 27, then I'm waiting for pullback and I'm looking to add another position, and after I'm just let it run my long position. This is the one of the scenario. The second one, if it's not respecting the 7860, it's possible coming to the 127 And if I put the Fibo from this low to this high, you can see the 61.80, it also matches with the 127. So then I'm looking to take a long from this position, but if the price make this move, I will follow the move on the lower time frame, and probably I'm waiting for the lower time frame entry and not just jump in the trade straight away on the bigger time frame. So this is my expectation on GBP/AUD. I'm still waiting bigger push to the upside, and I keep my long from the low. So probably this one is the first target, or actually the second one. The first one already tapped the 1.7940. After the target 3 is the 1.7970.